A very good morning, students. Let us start with the 9th standard science biology chapter, that is, why do we fall ill? Very interesting lesson, students, and you know much more about this already, we can say, as we have discussed in our lower classes. Why do we fall ill? I think in one academic year, you might have taken few leave, right? 3-4 times, 2-3 times, right? You might have taken the leave telling the reason that I am sick, right, students? Yes, everybody have taken. Why this sickness is coming? What is the reason for that? What actually happening there? What is responsible? These are all the things which we are going to discuss in our chapter, that is, why do we fall ill? Right, students? Yes. See, if you are not sick, a person is not sick means we are going to call him as a healthy person. So let us start our discussion with the meaning of the health. What is health then? Yes, health is defined as a person who is fit physically, mentally and socially. A person who is fit physically, mentally and socially called as healthy person. Yes, let us discuss all these points, students. The first one is physical fitness. As we know, our body is made up of the cells. Cells are the basic structural and functional units of the living organisms, right? Group of cells called tissues, group of tissues forms our organ, group of organs forms our organ system. See, what I want to say means, for example, your one organ system, like take the example of the respiratory system. Your respiratory system is having some infection. You are having a severe cough. So what happens? Your one body organ is suffering with some infection. Automatically, we can call it as he is having some problem. He is not comfortable with his body. Right? So that is called as the physical fitness. Hope you are understanding? Yes. Coming to the next one, that is mentally. One student is there, or a person, a boy. All the time he looks fit and fine. He has grown up to his age, like height, personality, everything. But if you are telling something, he is unable to grasp, he is unable to give you the response. Are we going to call him as a healthy person? He looks healthy, but mentally he has not developed, right? What happens, students? We are able to give response to the stimulus. Whatever our neuron system is there, it will take the impulses till our brain. Brain is having different parts for different functions, and then the decision will be taken. It will send back the signals to our respective sense organ. With the help of that, we are able to give the response, right? So if any problem with this, what happens? The person is not called as the healthy, right? See, for examples, proper signals are not coming from your brain to your hand. Then what happens? Are we able to do the work? Can I lift my hand? Can I write? Can I do the functions? No, because until and unless the impulses, the signals will come from the brain to the respective organs, we are unable to do the work, right? So how much physical fitness is important, students? The mental fitness is also that much important. That is the meaning called as mental health, right? Physically, mentally. Coming to the one more word, that is socially. What is the social health? See, you are cleaning your house. You have removed all the dirt, everything you have removed. You are going to dump dump it in front of your house only. If you dump it in front of your house only, what happens? So many flies will come, so many microbes will come, right? And it will start decomposing, the smell will come. So is it called healthy atmosphere or healthy environment? No. Socially also we should be so much fit and fine students. So that garbage, if you are doing proper management, proper disposal, then it is called as the healthy atmosphere. Hope you are following? Yes. Not only that, usually we used to say that should be healthy competition. Right? What is healthy competition? Why are you using the word healthy there? You are going to talk which is related to that competition, not the personal one. Right? So that is the meaning called as the healthy. Right? So, not only yourself, the health comes with our atmosphere also. If our environment, the place where we are living, if it is clean and all, then that is called as the social health. If you are sitting somewhere near where the all garbages have dumped and can you have the food there sitting nearby, is it called the healthy atmosphere? No, that is called as the unhealthy, unhygienic atmosphere. Right? So all the three factors matters a lot for the health students. Health nothing but a person, if he is fit physically, mentally and socially, then only we can call him as the healthy person. If he is not healthy, what word we are using, students? We are using the word he has got some disease. He has got some disease. What is the meaning of disease? See, we can divide the word disease in two parts as a dis and a ease. Ease means easy, dis means not which is not comfortable. So we can take the meaning of the disease as uncomfortness. A person, if he is not comfortable with his body, right? So if he is not comfortable with his body, then that is the meaning we are taking it as a disease, right? So these are all the things about the health students, and we are dividing the diseases as a two types called acute diseases and chronic diseases. Acute diseases and the chronic diseases. What is the meaning of acute? The name itself says acute means you are suffering for a short term. You got some problem, you got some health issue. That health issue is for the short time. If a person is suffering for a short period, if a person is suffering for a short period, then those diseases are called as the acute diseases. A short period, which diseases will come, students? Yes, as we know, the examples like common cold, cough, fever, it may be the loose motion, it may be just pain in your leg. So like this, few problems will come for a few days. Cold, for how many days will suffer? Maximum 3 to 4 days. Fever, if it is extended, it may be for 8 days, not more than that, right? So if a person is suffering with a disease for a short period, the disease will last for a short period, and such a diseases are called as the acute diseases. With the cold, cough and all, do you find weightless of our body, hair fall or skin rashes? Some other problem, side effects will be there, students? No. We find cold means cold. You are taking some medicines or the rest something, so it will be cured. That's all, right? So there is no side effects. No side effects with the acute diseases, right? So coming to the next one, that is chronic diseases. As the name says, chronic, nothing but the diseases which will last for long period, which will last for long period, or sometimes maybe lifetime, maybe lifelong they will be with us. So such a diseases are called as the chronic diseases. It takes time to cure. It takes months together, years together, right? Or they may be with us only, means lifetime, right? So such a diseases are called as the chronic diseases. Example like the cancer. Yes, you can do so many examples. You understood the meaning, which lasts for a long period. It may be the cancer, it may be elephantiasis. Elephantiasis, it may be the diabetes, right? So these are the chronic diseases which are there with us for a long period. So what we know, elephantiasis is one of the problem which appears because of one parasite. The leg of a person will swell, it will bulge like the elephant's leg. So that is a problem called as elephantiasis. Like so many examples we can give students about the chronic diseases. Hope you are following, students. Acute diseases which will last for a short period, chronic diseases which will last for a long period. These are all the examples. There is no side effects with the acute diseases, but what about chronic diseases, students? Yes, of course we are getting the side effects. Weight loss, hair fall, skin rashes, loose motions every now and then, fever for that. Like there's so many side effects will be there with the chronic diseases. Right, students? Take down. Hey students, the next concept, that is causes of a diseases. There are so many causes, there are so many reasons for the diseases, right? So what are all those diseases, reasons? Let us discuss. The first one, unhygienic environment. Unhygienic environment. Yes. Let us discuss about this first. Unhygienic environment. What is this unhygienic environment? See, cleaning the vegetables, fruits, other cereals, pulses properly, that is one thing. Along with that, you people are having the habit of eating junk food and outside food. Okay, you're eating fine, but what happens? You're eating the place where there is a chamber, where there is a full of garbage, right? Best example is your panipuri, right? You're having the panipuri, that panipuri wala is standing near the chamber only, right? Where there is a dump of a garbages, but we are standing there and having the food. Is it hygienic, students? Hygienic in the sense cleanliness. So if you are not maintaining the cleanliness with your environment, cleanliness with your food, we can take this point as unhygienic food also. Unhygienic environment, and we are having the food in the unhygienic atmosphere. And I can tell you about the garbage, usage of the plastics. See, whatever the biodegradable things are there, use of that is preferable. If you are using non-biodegradable things, you are polluting the environment side by side. We are itself getting polluted with the environment. Right, students? As we have discussed last year, we have to go along with the nature. If you are going against the nature, we are going to suffer. As the present situation, we have suffered a lot, right? Yes, you have to maintain the hygienic environment, hygienic condition. So that is the main reason for the diseases. Along with this, we can find the next reason is improper nourishment. Improper nourishment. stage of growth and development. You require all types of the food to your body. As you are playing much, as you are reading, so many activities you people are doing, students. So you require a whole food. We will call it as the balanced food. You can't say I don't like this, I don't eat this. No, your food should contain carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, vitamins. Vitamins means many types of the vegetables. It may include the fishes, and you have to drink sufficient water per day. So if you are maintaining all this, that is called proper nourishment. Otherwise it will be considered as the improper nourishment. So what happens with improper nourishment? You will start suffering with so many problems. For example, you used to say, we have seen many times, I don't like carrot, I want to eat radish, this, that, you will start. Carrot, very good for your eyes, right? I don't like the fruits, you will start with the anemia. You won't get up early in the morning, you are not exposing yourself to the sunlight. Sorry. So you may suffer with the bones deficiency of calcium in the bones. If the child is very small, he may suffer with the rickets. Few examples students, this one. Like this, so many examples will come. Health problems if you are not taking the proper food. Proper in the sense, whole food you can say, or it is a balanced food. So if we are maintaining balanced food, that is called as the proper nourishment. You might have seen a very poor people child. Looking at him only, very lean body, the face is not chirping, so much dull, as because he is not getting the proper food. He is not getting all types of the nutrients, right? So if there is a nutrient deficiency, automatically you are getting one and the other problems, health issues called as the diseases in your early stage. In your early age only, you are getting all such a problems. We will consider it as a improper nourishment. Right students, I think at least from today you will start eating all types of the fruits, vegetables, everything. You won't say to your mother that I don't like this, I don't want this, as you may get some of the diseases in the early age. So start eating all types of the vegetables, fruits, everything. Right? Okay. The next one, infection. Infection by pathogens. Infection by pathogens. What about these pathogens? Friends, now in this no microbes are there on our body, are there inside our body, are there everywhere you find the microbes. But microbes we are dividing as helpful microbes and the harmful microbes. So if it is a harmful microbe, the microbe which may cause you any type of the diseases or something, that we will call it as the pathogen. That we will call it as the pathogen. There are so many viruses, there are so many bacteria, there are so many protozoans which may cause us one and other infections. So considered as the infection by pathogens. Just best example, just we are suffering the current one, COVID-19, we are suffering a lot, right, with the virus. That is one thing. And so many examples we can give. It may be the malaria, it may be some other problems which we are suffering with the microbes. So what you have to do? Your atmosphere should be clean. Your atmosphere should be hygienic. Again we are going back to this point. If you are maintaining the hygienic environment, atmosphere, you will be free from the pathogens and easily you will not get any type of the infections. Right? So that is why infection by the pathogens. Right? The next one, immunity. Okay, let me discuss immunity here. immunity. If our immunity is good enough, when your immunity will be good enough, when you will maintain hygienic environment, when you will have your hygienic food, when you are having the proper nourishment, right? So that time your immunity you can build. If you are having a good immunity, you can be free from any type of the infections. Okay? So here is one more reason for the diseases, that is genetic disorder. Genetic disorder. Already you know students, DNA, nothing but these are the blueprints of our body. These are the blueprints, means with how they have formed or like that our body has formed. So if your DNA is having some of the problems, if your genes are already having some of the problems, means right from the parents to the children or to their offspring, if something is transferring, that is called as genetic disorder. Right? If they are suffering with some particular problem, disease, and that is transferred to their offspring, that is called genetic disorder. Best example like hemophilia. Hemophilia. What happens students in our body? If there is any cut or something, any small wound, any cut is there, bleeding will start. But depending upon how much is the cut, within few seconds or within few minutes, the bleeding will stop. But these are the persons, hemophilic persons, easily blood clotting, means blood will not stop in their body. Means what happens? Their blood is having the deficiency of the proteins. The protein which is responsible to clot the blood, that protein deficiency these people are having, that is what blood clotting will not stop easily in these people. And this is one genetic disorder called as hemophilia. It is called as royal disease also students, as Queen Victoria is one of the carrier for this hemophilia. In their family they suffered with the hemophilia, so the name has come as the royal disease. One more disease like sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. The WBC of our body will start, round shaped one will start making sickle cell, means irregular in shape, and they are not working properly. So this is also considered as one of the genetic disorder. These are the two examples. There are so many examples we can do for genetic disorder. Right? So what are all the causes for the diseases? The causes are unhygienic atmosphere. It may be our unhygienic food style, our lifestyle we can say. Right? We are not getting up early in the morning. We are not doing the exercises. We are not having the healthy food. So these are all considered as the unhygienic lifestyle. It may be improper nourishment. As just we have explained that problem, it may be by pathogens. When pathogens will start, when you are not maintaining the clean atmosphere, hygienic atmosphere, that time it will start with the pathogens and they will cause you definitely many disorders and the genetic disorder. Genetic nothing but from the parents to the offspring. Right students? So these are all considered as the causes of disorders. Right? Hope you are understanding. Take down the points and the remaining we will discuss in our next class. Okay? Thank you.